Alright, well, good morning, good day. Alright, everybody, good day. We're going to be doing a inverter in a 2000 Country Coach Allure. Here, the inverter is located behind this panel here. This is going to be pretty much on all products Allure and Country Coach for many years. And then up here in the front, on this particular coach, it's just going to have a heart interface display to turn on and off the inverter. So we'll be leaving that. We'll end up putting the Magnum controller in there, and then we'll have the inverter back at the factory location. Alright, so here we are back at the back of the coach above the batteries. Got the inverter in the corner. We're going to add some cheesy old flashlight in here. But here's your inverter and the fuse for it. And then over here off to the left, you've got your, while we're here, we'll just explain things. So that's going to be your battery boost solenoid right there. And then off to the left are going to be the grid heaters for the engine preheat. And then on the very top up there is going to be an old school Hart Echo charger, which takes house power and charges the chassis battery whenever the coach is plugged in. So we've got that going. We're going to pull this fuse out of here, get it unpowered, make sure nobody's plugged in the coach so we know we don't have AC in, and then get this popped out of here. All right, hey everybody, look at this. We've got the monstrosity out of the hole. All of our 110 inputs and outputs over there. Still got our ground hooked up, and then our chassis ground is sitting there. So this is where we got to get into a little bit of work here for a minute. These cables actually don't hook to the ends like on a newer inverter. So what we're going to do is we'll take this case off of here and actually unbolt those and be able to recycle those leads. We'll have to get a little bit jiggy here, cut through these with maybe the multi-tool, pull them off so that way it looks good and clean. So we got that inverter all apart. There was a 1/4-20 bolt right there and a zip tie right there. Once you pull that bolt out of there and that zip tie out of there, then you can pull the negative out of the back. That'll be it right here. And then on this side, right there is where the positive terminates. Cut that heat shrink off of there, pull that bolt out of there, and then you can drag that other one out of there. So now we got the old inverter completely out, sacrificed it for its wires. We'll drill these holes out here a little bigger so they'll fit the new Magnum. Cut those off and make it look good and clean, and proceed forward. All right, here we are. We've got the inverter installed. Got a couple fasteners here in the front, just like it last time. There you got one back there in the very back corner. Got the Temp Pro brand through here, a little grommet. We got it down here, hooked to the negative terminal on the battery. Coming up through here, got the remote display plugged in. Got the 12 volts plugged in here. These screws here, I like to torque them at 30 inch-pounds, and then torque the other 12 volt terminals. I hook all those up before I put the inverter up into the hole, and then I get it in the hole, wire up to 110, and then go ahead and secure it after that. Everything's zip tied. So we're going to get the cover back on here, and then we'll put the main access cover on here, and we'll all be done here. Alright, so we've made it inside the coach now. Came in, spaced down a bit here, cut in the hole for the new Magnum controller. That'd be this right here. Try to get you a little better lighting. So that's going to go in there. What we got here is the supplied cable. We've checked it, make sure that the pinning is correct to match. The pinning on this factory ran remote display, which, if I remember correctly, it is correct. All right, they flop it. So you've got the blue, the orange, and then the orange stripe and the blue stripe on the right hand side. And then on the other end of it, it'll be on the left hand side with the connectors both on the bottom. And then on this 6-pin that they've run factory here, that's the same configuration again. Even though this is 6-pin, it'll work with the 4-pin. So we'll get this plugged in here, get this mounted up, and then we'll come in and kind of go through a configuration, make sure the amp hours are right, wet batteries, and so on and so forth. And we'll get this all wrapped up.